Hey there, it's Janet E. Johnson with Business Growth Time. I am here today with my guest, Usama Ejaz, and I will introduce him in a second. You know what is very interesting to me? I'm here alone. Terry and I do most of these. I think out of all the interviews we've done, 90+% have been together. So it's interesting for me to introduce. And he always has an E word in because we make fun of my Janet E. Johnson. So we always have an E word. And you know what? It was very easy for me today because Usama's last name is Ejaz. It starts with an E. So there you go. There's my E word for today. And I did it, Terry. So Terry would be very proud. Good to have you on the show. I want to introduce Usama quickly, and then we're going to get into his software program because I'm very interested in this. This is something that I know the audience will be very interested in as well because it is very needed in the marketplace and it's very usable in the marketplace. So he is the CEO and co-founder of what is a software. Would you call it a software? I would say it's called SocialBu. So welcome to the show, and we're going to get into what this product is.
Thanks a lot, Janet. It feels very nice to be on this show, and I was really looking forward to this. So SocialBu is a social media management and automation tool. It lets you manage and schedule all your social media content from one place, right? So you don't have to switch between multiple social media sites to push your content. It lets you schedule your posts. It lets you see all the messages and conversations, the replies from your fans or followers. It also presents you with a unified interface for your social inbox, so you can answer all of your customers or your fans or your followers all from one place. And SocialBu also provides you detailed insights about how your social media accounts are performing, how your content is performing, what type of content you should publish, and all that. And other than that, we have two very unique and useful features, which are, one is the completely flexible automation engine. It lets you automate many tasks and actions on your social media. And the other is AI built-in assistant, right? So it helps you write social media content. It can auto complete your social media posts. For example, it lets me write multiple tweets in just a few minutes. So the AI support is built in throughout the product. And so yeah, that was it for the product.
Okay, so let's break it down because I have lots of questions. But so let's break it into pieces because you just gave a lot of pieces there. Number one, it posts content to social media sites. There's many out there. So what are those social media sites that they post to? Is TikTok in there? Is the newer one, that kind of thing?
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. So right now we have the major ones: Facebook, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, Instagram, and we also have Google My Business listings, right?
Okay,
So
cool. Yeah.
uh, five for now, and integrating with Pinterest and TikTok is in the progress. We already, apply to be a TikTok partner, and it is in the work. So hopefully, in the near future, I will say we also have TikTok integrated with us.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Have you looked in? The only one that I feel is missing would be YouTube. Have you?
Hmm. Yeah. So actually, yes, we have a plan for it. After the networks, after Pinterest and TikTok, because this is in the progress, right? So after that, we will also integrate YouTube, because YouTube also introduced community posts and short videos too. So YouTube Shorts specifically. So that also has a lot of potential. So we will surely be adding that.
I'm going to ask a hard question, and it's probably a no, but It probably is. It's not your fault. It's not your software's fault. It's always these blocking of Instagram. But
Mhm.
do you do reels yet? Can you schedule reels?
All right. So I think this is a very good question and at the very right time. So Facebook recently opened the support for Reels in their APIs, right? So because we are already Facebook partners, Facebook marketing partners, so we also get access to it. That means the Reels will be supported very soon. We actually have already started working on it,
Okay.
so it might be like a very few days near. Maybe you will say it in social like 2 or 3 days. So we are already working on it, and SocialBu will also be able to schedule reels on Instagram.
Okay, cool, cool. That's been my downfall in life. I'm like, because we use the scheduling software currently, and
Hmm.
yeah, Reels isn't supported yet, but it's been the Instagram
Yeah, yeah,
things. I
yeah,
know
right.
that. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
okay, software companies can't help it. Okay, so those are the questions for the posting. Can you do repetitive posting? So you mentioned like, let's say we did a podcast and we wanted to repeat it, um, the post, put it out there every single month again and again. I mean, I don't know that, whatever, however
Yeah.
you do it, or weekly or something like that for the first 4 weeks. Is
Hmm.
that possible with the platform or not?
Yes, it is possible, and it is possible with SocialBu. So you can actually create a custom schedule where you can specify for, let's say, you want to publish the posts weekly or maybe once a month, right? I mean every month. So you can set it up. You can set up the publishing schedule, and it will be like a custom queue, and you will add your content, and it will be published just according to your time slots and all that. So yes,
Okay,
we
got
have
it.
this.
I see. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Anything else with that? Okay, so there's a lot of, so what would you say puts you above your competitors? Because there are
Mhm.
competitors out there. What's the, now, well, I guess you know what? Let's continue. Think about that. I want to continue because there are different pieces to yours, and I have the feeling I know what you're going to say. But there's one. I mean, that sounds very similar to the competition. The
Mm.
posting of it, it's very, very similar. And how fast you move on reels is going to be a big thing for you. I'll be honest, because reels are like the thing to
Yeah,
be doing right now. It's kind of a
exactly.
crazy, crazy world with
Yeah.
reels, but and TikTok, of course. TikTok has gotten to be
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
so
right.
hot. I tried to
Exactly.
avoid TikTok for years, and I'm finally, I was on it like 3 years ago and I gave it up. I'm like, oh, my cats got more views than anything I did. So I'm like, what's the point? But now all of a sudden it's just like, never, it's not going anywhere. So
Yeah.
here we are. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the next layer of what you said you do. The inbox, was that the next thing you talked about? Okay.
Yes, yes. So the social inbox, it actually lets presents you a unified inbox of your social media accounts. Let's say I have my company on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, right? So I want to it will be very helpful for me if I can just see all the comments or all the messages at one place, right? So this is what SocialBu will do for me. It will collect all the customer replies or messages or comments, and I can reply to them, respond to them from one place. So it gets very easier for and I don't have to open multiple apps again and again just to make sure that I don't miss any important message from a potential customer maybe. So that is what social inbox is. We also have hashtag and keyword tracking. So let's say you start a social media campaign with a certain hashtag, or maybe you want to track how your competitors are on the social media, and how people are talking about them. You can also track hashtags and keywords. So SocialBu will, search for those content, and it will collect it for you and present to you, and then you can see what to, do about it. You can also jump into those conversations. We also like monitor our competitors, and also we also monitor our name on social media sites. So whenever someone mentions SocialBu, we jump in and handle that
That makes
conversation.
sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, the one thing, I do a lot of advertising where that's my business, Facebook and Instagram advertising. So more of the
Yeah.
ad side of things. But we miss comments sometimes on
Mhm.
ads. Is that
Mhm.
brought into your inbox, the advertising? Like if it's not put on the page, but it's
Mhm.
a built-in Facebook ads manager, does it pull
Mhm.
in?
Oh yeah, so yes, uh, like some months ago, and in our initial feature, we actually did not do this. So some of our customers, came to us and gave their feedback, and they were also like same as in your position, right? So they were also managing ads and all that, and the comments was an issue for them, and they used to receive a lot of comments on their ads. So we also, yes, we did integrate with that, and now SocialBu can, whenever someone comments on your ads, SocialBu can show it to you, so you can answer that. So no more missing comments, and no more, sometimes I also used to run some ads, and I just went to an ad, and I got surprised. Oh no, I missed these comments. And they
Yep.
were like 1 week ago. I sometimes, the notifications and all that, it's very easy to miss
Yeah, it is. It's
an
really
important
easy to
comment.
miss. Yep. Yep. And I have clients that
Yes.
miss it all the time too. So, okay, that's
Yeah.
good too. Okay, cool. All right, let's go on to the next layer. What else? What was the next layer?
All right. So next, the analytics, the insights,
Okay,
the
perfect. Okay.
yeah. Okay. So this is what we lagged for a lot of time, right? So when I started SocialBu, the insights, the analytics, it was not part of the product. So as we gained users, and they gave their feedback, and I also knew that I have to add this, but it was not in the initial versions, right? So right now we have some basic insights, but we are actually also working on very improved and detailed reports and insights at the same time. So even now, my team members are actually working on this and developing this reports and insights, where you can see the content performance and the accounts performance, how they are performing, how they're growing, and what type of content actually performs better, if it is video or if it is image post, how a link can affect the performance and all that. So we're actually
Okay.
on it right now, and I hope you know uh, in a few weeks it will be out there, and it will be like, it will be very useful, because we are also going to use AI in it, so it will be like very powerful.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Um, does that include ads analytics by chance, or do you separate that out?
Uh, yeah, it does not include that for now, but
I know
we
it's
actually
complicated.
have,
Most don't. So
yeah,
just yeah. So just you're not
yeah,
the only one that doesn't. But I just
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
ask.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. it's like a very different, it's like a
It
different
is.
new dimension where
Hmm.
there are a lot of things, right? I actually have like it's not a very finalized or very defined plan, but I actually have written uh, that we should be looking to explore into ads management, and because it's also like very related to this. So maybe sometime in the future we will start on this.
Yeah, I have a different software that I have to do for that.
Yeah.
Like I have to have a whole different software. So, and there's a lot of them out there, but they're just specific to the ads,
Hmm.
and a lot of times they bring in TikTok ads as well. So it's a TikTok ads, Facebook, Instagram, and then Google is their integration typically with that. So it makes sense. No, and it makes sense. That's a whole, like, it's a whole nother layer, big
Yeah,
layer there.
right.
So,
Big layer.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now I think the last one was maybe AI, or is that
Yes.
okay?
So actually, well, we have uh, two remaining, right? So
Okay.
one
Two
is
remaining.
AI,
Okay.
and the other is the automation engine.
Okay.
So I will first talk about automation, right? So
Sure.
automation are they're mostly for uh, let's say power users, or users who have advanced use cases, right? Let's say you want this podcast to be published to your social media accounts whenever there is a new episode, right? Or maybe you want this to be added uh, to the custom queue that you create for repetitively posting this episode on your social media. So this is one example. Another example is if I want to publish my new tweet to my Instagram account as an image, right? So you can actually also do that. So it's very flexible, and there are multiple possibilities. And you can also you can also tell it to monitor the bad reviews or maybe the positive reviews on, let's say, your Facebook page. So there are many events and there that gets triggered, and you can add actions to be performed on those events, right? So it's very flexible. uh, a lot of users use this for many use cases, right? So other than this, we have which is very recent addition, the AI assistant built in. uh, so it's the AI assistant is integrated throughout SocialBu, right? So right now I also write a lot of new tweets using that AI, and it works really well. So you can get content suggestions, you can get new ideas to write content on, and you can also uh, let it write your social media post, which saves a lot of time. And um, most of the time, let's say you have a history with SocialBu, and there are a lot of content that you published using SocialBu, right? So at that stage, it can even write a post completely for you. Like you just have to click a button, and it will copy style. It will know how you write, so it will copy that. It
Oh,
will know.
something flashed, and I just lost your sound. You. It was weird. It just the screen flashed, and then your sound went away.
Okay.
There, you're back. You're back.
Okay. So is it clear now?
It is, but the volume went down for some reason.
Okay. 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 Let me see if it's something from my side.
That was weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's okay. We've had glitches on this show but many times, so it's fine. Um, I
Yeah.
don't- okay,
Okay.
wait. Go ahead again. I think you came back.
Okay. So how about it now?
Yep, much better. Yep, you're back. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
All right.
Technology.
Yeah. These things happen sometimes. So
Yep,
yeah.
exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
so you were talking about the AI of it. Does it do anything with hashtags too? The AI?
Okay, so we currently have a hashtag suggestion feature. So while you are writing your post, it will, suggest you hashtags to add to the post, right? So we have that. It also uses AI, and it actually also looks on the social media applications, the stats about those hashtags, right? So it tries to suggest you good hashtags. And yeah, that's all for the hashtags with AI.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Social Boo. Okay, Social Boo is so it has the posting, the calendar, the
yeah,
AI, it has the inbox, which is super nice to have all your social media in one spot
yes,
with the messages. It's the comments and messages, correct? Both?
yes, right. Comments and messages.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay. What is the price that you charge for this? What's your pricing?
Okay, so we start from uh it's very actually it's very like affordable right now. So we actually start from eight $8 a month and go up to
Wow.
199 per
Okay,
month.
okay.
So and uh, we actually have a plan to change and improve the pricing, but for now it's very affordable
What
and
do you get for
on the
$8 a month?
dirt.
I'm
So for
assuming you
it,
don't get all of it for
yes,
$8.
you of course you don't get all of it, and but you it's mostly for those people who have like not who are just starting on their social media side, right? So you get four social media accounts, and uh, most mostly it's for publishing the post,
Okay,
and AI of course is not available on that because it
okay.
actually yeah, it's on the upper plans.
Yep.
So yeah,
Okay.
so at $8 a month, and then we have 19 per month, and then we have 59 per month, which is which is for most users, and it's like the medium level plan. It caters to most of the users.
Got
And
it.
then we have a supreme plan, which is 199 per month. That is usually for agencies or for digital marketing agencies, those who manage multiple clients and all that.
That makes sense. Okay, so 59, does that count can include the AI with that?
Yes, yes, the
9 does
59
include
one,
the
it
AI.
includes AI. Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. That's really good pricing. Is it the same now? Do you have to get that pricing? Is it a whole year or is
Okay,
it
so if you are going for the yearly pricing, you get a discount. Yes,
off
so
of
it's
that?
like
Okay.
2 months. Yeah, 2 months off if you go for the yearly
Okay.
price.
Okay. That's a great. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, cool. So yeah, compared to others out there, even I'll mention some names because I just have to. Even Hootsuite has really raised their prices. Everybody did Hootsuite back in
Yes.
the day. I mean, and we did it for I think it was free, and
Hmm.
then they moved it to like $5 a month. And then when they just whoosh jumped their prices up, like I think
Yes,
their company was probably
exactly.
going under, for the prices they were
Ye-
charging. So yeah, so they've
Yes, yes,
changed
I
a lot.
remember. Yes, I actually, uh, well, before working on SocialBu and in my early social media years, I will say, I actually tested multiple tools at that time. It's like a lot of years ago. So, and I used Buffer too and Hootsuite also at that time. Uh, it was
And
very
there's
basic
Buffer.
and
Buffer is
all.
a very low end one as well. So one of the
Yes.
things like I have always explained, some of them out there are I call them the Chevy. the Chevy car, the Chevy truck, and then there's the
Mhm.
Mercedes Benz. Okay. So you sound like you're more the Mercedes Benz. I mean, you give it all, whereas some
Yeah.
are just the very basic, like your $8 a month plan kind of is just like the very low end basic,
Hmm.
model, but then you can upgrade to the nicer luxury models. So there you go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yes,
But your
exactly.
pricing is not, $59 a month. I just want people to understand that is not, that is for AI and everything, that is not bad. So a comparison
Yeah.
would be one of the things that we have, and it is a different product, but that I pay for is an AI program. It's called
Hmm.
Jasper. So I
All
don't know if you've
right,
heard
I
this.
know that.
Okay, I figured you would. And I pay
Yeah.
$119 a month to have Jasper.
Hmm.
So, like, look at that comparison. Now we do
Yeah, yeah.
more writing, deeper things with that, of course, than just a social media post. But,
Hmm.
that just look at that comparison. When you're getting AI in your social media for $59 a month, you're getting the inbox, you're getting, be able to post all the content out there. Soon to have reels, good. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
So
it will be.
that's really, and then if you pay for a year, you can even get it at less. So that's
Mm,
really a good
exactly.
rate. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Any other add-ons that we missed with this? Because it's definitely a good
Um.
program. Good,
Yeah.
SocialBu once again. Um, Before we end though, I want to go backwards because we never talked about your story. What made you do this?
Hmm.
What made you
All.
decide to do this?
All right. So it's a lot of years ago when I was actually a high school student, right? So I started freelancing, and I used to manage social media profiles for some customers, right? And I also had a side project going on, and for that I also had to manage social media accounts, and I was into social media marketing and all that at that time. So I tried multiple tools, and for I try to automate a lot of things as much as possible, and I played with many tools which were available back then, but I was not satisfied. I knew programming too, I could code, so I thought I will just give it some time and maybe create a simple program that can help me achieve whatever I am doing, right? So that is how it came into my mind that I am not satisfied, and I remember I had to use multiple tools, multiple social media tools for achieving the job. So I thought I will work on this. I will research and spend more time and see if there are more people with the same issues as me. And that is how I started looking into this, and I decided to create a new product that could answer my issues and a lot of similar issues for other people as well. So that is how I started, and I like I had this idea to start, and I started researching into this, talk to different people, like maybe 4 years ago, 4 or maybe 3.5 years ago. Yeah, so I actually spent a lot of time in understanding this, all that, and talked to many people, and then like 3 years ago, I started working and building this.
Quite an
So that is how
undertaking.
I
Quite
started.
an undertaking, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to have a good team and lots of, and the one thing I've been in social media for, well, I started internet marketing in 1998, so I've seen everything like
All
go.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a lot older than you.
Yeah.
So I've been around with the MySpace and everything, believe it or not. But the bottom line is, it's just like it's that ever changing, like
Yeah.
I mean, even a couple of years ago, Reels, TikTok, all
Yeah.
this stuff. It's like, wait, why are we going? The big thing was Facebook Live a few years before that, and then so it's
Yeah.
always ever changing. So your job will never end for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yes, it's
always,
it's like it's always changing and always new things to look into, and yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Crazy. All right. So Osama, tell us. I'm gonna spell it out so people understand exactly, how to spell it. Not BOO,
Mhm.
it's BU. So it's social, SOCIALBU.com.
Yeah.
Take them directly to find out more about your program.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
And for if they want to reach out to you, Osama, or what's the best way to get a hold of you through the website or LinkedIn or where's best to find
Mhm.
you?
So I am also Usama.ejaz@socialbu.com. That's my email. And if you just write my name on Google, and I also have a personal website, and my LinkedIn and my Twitter, they all uh, come out on top. So yeah, Google search can also lead to me, or
Okay.
my direct email, usama.ejaz@socialbu.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because maybe there's something we didn't cover here on our call that they have questions
Mhm.
with. But socialboo.com looks like a great website, so they can check that out. And
Yes.
also, okay, cool, awesome. Well, thank you for coming on. This was really, really informative. I think this is a high need for
Mhm.
people for sure. I know, believe me, I know. I've managed many, many accounts, so I understand. But everybody is trying to do so many different things out there right now, and we all, I mean, attention deficit happens, and so this kind of
Yes.
reels it into one place instead of, being on the social media site because some things will happen. Let's say you want to go post on Instagram and you go start your post and somebody comes in your feed that's interesting or an ad comes in your feed and you're like, oh,
Mhm.
here's an Amazon ad. Let's go to shop on Amazon. And then you forgot you were even posting in the first place. So
Yes.
like something like this will hone you in as well. So it's a really, really good platform to
Yeah.
that's needed for everybody. Everybody needs
Mhm.
this if they're doing social media. They just need a scheduling platform, especially to reel them in. It will be highly productive for sure.
Yes, exactly.
One last tip you can give the audience on, what would you recommend? Like we just talked about reeling it in as well, but what would you say that they could do in the next 24 hours, with their social media, in order to, see a little success?
All right, so I think I will talk about what I actually fail on, like I am missing out on something. So as you also discussed about TikTok, right? So TikTok came, and I also tried to avoid that for a lot of time. Yeah. So but in the end, I also gave up, and I said, okay, I will look into it, and I will, use it and all that. So I suggest that we should try the new tools and the new things that come up in the social media space. I will just give an example. uh, a lot of my friends and even I have started experimenting with TikTok ads, right? So it
Me
is it
too.
is currently very, yeah.
Mhm.
So it is currently very it's cheaper than the Facebook or the Google ads. And for many markets, for many industries, uh, it is giving a lot of return, right? So we should keep looking, and keep improving. And so yeah, because this is the kind of the market that is continuously changing, right? So you cannot just stick to the whatever you have decided in the past, and just stick to those things, and say that that's it. But it's not enough, and it's never going to be enough. And the other thing I will say is, we should try to actually automate a lot of as many things as possible which are repetitive, right? So I will just go into writing the post, and posting it to Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn and countless other apps. And I will actually forget things that matter, right? Like maybe thinking about the long-term social media strategy, right? What I am actually going to do, what I actually want out of it. if I can just avoid these repetitive tasks, I can look into the bigger picture, right? So uh, because of that, I believe that we should automate as many things as possible, and that will give us time to rethink and focus on the things that actually matter in the long term and for your growth, for the growth of your business.
Completely agree with that. That's a great tip. I completely agree. Yeah, a lot of people focus so much time and energy on all their social posting, but do they,
Yeah.
when they don't have a strategy, do they actually make money on the back end, or do they just
Mhm.
want more followers? You know what I mean? Or, the
Yeah,
goals on the back end, what are their actual goals? And so, yeah, love that.
exactly.
Love that. I think that's very good. Awesome. Well, this was a great interview, Usama. It's super good to have you on the show. You can also find us at businessgrowthtime.com. And if you put that slash in their blog, you can go directly to the old podcast. We are on, I lose track, but I think we're on like 194, 195 of our shows. So this was great to have you on. And I appreciate it. We missed you, Terry. Well, but we will have you on next time. And this was great information. Thanks, Usama.
Thanks to you, Janet. And it was really nice being on this podcast. And I look forward to, keeping in touch with you in the future also.
Thank you.
Very thanks to you. Much.
Thank you. Have a good one.